Mhm. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat mga kaibigan. It's a pleasure to have you with us. We're live on Facebook. Ibinalita po kasi ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon na 19.8 million na ang nakapagpatala sa school year 2021. Ayon kay Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, handa na ang kanyang kagawaran sa nakatakdang pagbubukas ng klase sa darating na Agosto. Mga ilang linggo na nakalilipas na simulan ang Brigada Eskwela sa buong bansa. Inayos ang mga upuan at sulatan, naglinis na rin ng kapaligiran, at ang lahat ng ito ay naipatupad kahit na may banta pa rin ng COVID-19. Binanggit na rin po ni Secretary Briones sa palasyo na magkakaroon ng iba't ibang paraan ng pagtuturo at mumunting panahon lamang ang gugugulin sa pagharap ng guro sa kanilang mga mag-aaral. Posibleng gamitin ang mga himpilan ng radyo at telebisyon. Pwede rin ang pagtuturo sa pamamagitan ng internet at mayroon ding materyales na idadaan sa mga opisyal ng barangay para dalhin sa mga tahanan. This morning, we're indeed fortunate to have with us as resource persons who will share their findings on the current situation. Kasama po natin si Dr. Esther B. Ojena, ang founder ng ASEAN Teacher Education Network at isang lead researcher for Education Imperative for New Normal. Kasama po si Dr. Felicia Ban ng Philippine Normal University. At itong pagsusuri na ito ay para sa Philippine Association of Private Schools, Colleges, and Universities. We're also joined by Mon Isberto of PLDT Smart, who will tell us about existing partnerships with institutions using the internet. To complete the picture, We have with us Yoli Crisanto, Senior Vice President for Communications ng Globe Telecom. Ito lang pong dalawang kumpanyang ito ang alam kong nagbibigay ng telecom service sa atin. Yung isa drawing pa lang yata, I don't know. Anyway, they come from key mobile and internet service providers in the country. We also have with us Attorney Joseph Noel Estrada, spokesperson of PAPSCO and the Coordinating Council for Private Educational Associations. Kasama rin natin ang isang trained teacher at siya po ay si Tucci Reyes, isang Singapore-trained teacher na nag-aral din sa University of California sa San Diego School of Medicine. And of course, to complete the picture, si Darwin Flores and Stephanie Orlino from Community Partnerships of SMART will be with us. Let's start with Dr. Ojena. Dr. Ojena, magandang araw po. Ano po ba yung inyong findings sa inyong pagsusuri?
Magandang umaga.
Yes, ma'am.
Magandang umaga sa ating viewers at sa iyo, Melo. Kami ay ni-request ng PAPSCO, ng Philippine Association of Private Colleges and Universities, na gumawa ng training program para sa kanilang guro at mga school officials. Ng toolkit para sila ay mag-guidance and information on how to proceed with the process sa pag-transform into flexible learning. Ang aming nakita ay maraming mga eskwelahan na very interested dito sa gantong pamamaraan. Tingnan kung ano ang kanilang magagawa. Ang aming nakita ay gusto nilang matutunan kung paano i-analyze ang data ng mga eskwelahan. Ang aming tinulungan ay mga private schools sa ating bansa at natutuwa kami sa response na aming natanggap dahil on the first day, more than 10,000 ang nakinig at nag-view no webinar namin. On the second day, it went up to 30,000. Tapos, about 12,000 on the third webinar. Kaya nga lumalabas dito, yung toolkit na aming ginawa ay ginagamit ng mga private schools upang sila ay mabigyan ng guidance doon sa ginagawa nila. Mga public schools din, elementary at secondary level, ay ginamit din ito na pamamaraan. In brief, that's it. And we've given guidance on how to use information, on looking at options on flexible learning. Kung maraming mga estudyante na may gadget at kakaunti lamang ang wala, dapat matulungan ng paaralan at sila ay makipag-partner sa kanilang mga sponsors. Ito ang aming nakita at maligaya kami dahil kami ay nakatulong sa private schools.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sa private schools kaya, how are things going, Attorney Noel? Attorney Joseph Estrada, please. Attorney? Uy, nawala si Attorney.
Actually, meron, hindi masyadong ngayon ang
Hello? Pakisuyo nga po ng video. Yes, please. Okay.
Wala.
Okay, video. All right. I can hear you now. Your video, please.
Video. I think may nag-off po. Is it okay now? Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
I can see you now.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so nung mga unang siguro nung preparation for the opening of classes, ang naging projection ng COCOPEA noon is a decline in the enrollment around 30 to 50% of the total learner populations, no. So maximum of 2 million ang tinitingnan natin noon na hindi makakapag-enroll. Pero sa ngayon, as of July 16, no, na data ng Department of Education, masyadong malayo pa tayo doon, no. And it's very unfortunate, 25% pa lamang ang nakakapag-enroll, no? And at this time, dapat yung mga nasa private schools, I don't think meron pa dapat maging delay dahil delayed na nga yung ating enrollment period, no, compared to the previous years. And for not expecting economic intervention from the government, I don't think those numbers will improve. Kasi it's no secret that the reason for the low turnout of enrollment in the private schools is the financial impact on the families.
Yeah.
But we're hoping na mali yung projections, and we're hoping magkaroon pa rin ng tulong from the government, not on the schools but directly on the students and also the teachers.
Okay. Very sensitive yung issue na yan, ano? Dahil lang sa survival ng school at ng teachers at ng non-teaching personnel ang nakasalalay dyan. But anyway, we have a dynamic learning program. I don't know, si Mon Isberto can share with us ano itong dynamic learning program na sinusuportahan ng SMART. Mon? Hello? Nawala si Mon. Okay. Ano kaya?
No, I'm here.
Okay, yes, please. Okay.
Okay.
Tell us more about this.
Well, oops.
Yes, okay.
Sandali lang.
All right. Yeah, I saw you. Okay.
I wonder why I went here.
You're here.
Yeah,
You're here.
You're there. Andiyan ka na.
Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, no, Melo, I mean, let me step back a bit, no? Kasi we're a telco, we're not educators, no?
Yes.
So our basic positioning in respect to the situation is we take our cue from the educators, from the Department of Education, from our private school partners, and we listen to them, what they want to do, and we try to find a way to help support them to do what they want to do. Now, for example, in the case of the Department of Education, they have already decided, based, of course, on the president's instructions, that there will be no face-to-face classes while there is no vaccine. They've decided to adopt a blended learning strategy, okay? And blended learning here means several things. It means combining several different modes of conducting your classes. There's one mode, which is you use printed modules, which is distributed to the students, no? And will be collected from them after a week's time. That's one mode, called the printed module mode. Then there's the online mode, which we have been discussing for the past couple of minutes. And there's also the TV and radio mode, using broadcast media in order to conduct the classes. So what we've done,
Yeah.
I'm being told to launch the meeting, okay? Kasi for some reason, I went back. There I am, okay.
Yes, of
Sige.
course.
Yeah. Now, so like I was saying, the Department of Education has adopted a blended learning strategy. And what we're trying to do is to support that. Now, obviously, we will be involved in online, no, because that is, of course, our business. We are also offering support in terms of radio and television because of Signal TV and TV5. We have also resources in that field. But aside from that, because that's on the technology deliveries. But there are many components to learning strategy, and it's the content, learning content that you're going to use for teaching and learning. And that's where dynamic learning program comes in. And the reason why this is a learning strategy that was developed by two Filipino physicists, has been in use for many years with very, very good results. And one of the reasons why we're supporting this is it works in all three modes. In printed modules, it can also work online, and it can also work using radio and television. So that's why we feel that this is a very relevant option that schools should consider. And right now, actually, the Department of Education is taking a good hard look at it. They're evaluating it, and we hope
Yes, Mon?
to support them as much as we can.
Okay. All right. From Globe, let's hear from our good friend, Yoli. Yoli, anong tingin ng Globe dito sa challenges natin sa basic education? How can Globe help bridge the gap between educators and the students?
Una sa lahat, Melo, good morning muna.
Yeah,
Good morning sa'yo, sa lahat ng panelists mo at sa lahat po ng nakikinig sa inyo. No? From a telco standpoint, tama ka, no? What we need to do is to bridge the gaps. No? So what we're doing at the private school level muna, kasi kanina si Dr. Ojena was talking about private schools. No? So we're partnering with the private schools, giving them exclusive products. Ang tawag po doon sa mga produktong yun, yung mga school surf plans. No?
Mm-hmm.
So ang role ng telco is to make sure that importantly, na yung data plans na yon are locked into certain websites and applications lang para talagang magagamit siya ng mga estudyante for its purpose of schooling. No? So example po nun yung G Suite, yung mga Course Hero, Blackboard,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook and Messenger, no, and other WhatsApp, yung mga OTT na tinatawag, no,
Mm-hmm.
and affordable. Yun ang pinaka-importante, no. So yung mga schools only, we've priced it very, very low. Example, 199, pero ang gigabytes mo, mga 30 gigabytes na. Yung ganon, di ba? So we've also done our part, our share, in being able to provide help and support to the sector. Now, that's private, no? So pag private school kasi, the challenge is
Yes.
attorney, makapag-enroll lang sila. The schools are creating these programs para sila ang nagpo-provide ng data plans, okay, to the students. So para lahat makapag-avail. Okay, so that's one. Pero pagdating po sa public, okay, dyan po tayo mas mataas yung challenge natin. Kasi alam naman po natin na pagka public school, talagang the students hindi po talaga nakakapagbayad, no?
Mm-hmm.
So ang ano naman natin diyan, ang tulong naman natin diyan is to make sure that there is connectivity. So tuloy-tuloy naman po yung pagbibigay natin ng pagbi-build, okay, ng network, and so far the network has been resilient to provide connectivity. Now the other thing that we're doing for public schools is partnering with the DepEd to create webinars na libre. Okay, so kasi ang kailangan nating ayusin is hindi lang naman yung ability na makapasok o makapag-avail yung mga estudyante. Kailangan din nating ayusin yung part naman ng mga teachers, no?
Mm-hmm.
How comfortable are they in being able to create modules na pwede nilang i-deliver online? So that's part of teacher training, no? So ganun naman yung ginagawa natin for public school teachers. So we're in direct coordination with the DepEd, helping them with the creation of modules, okay, providing the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Also. So tinitingnan din natin yan, no? And we've partnered with several institutions. We're doing mental health webinars for teachers alone, for teachers lang. Para naman maasikaso din natin yung kanilang, alam mo, yung kailangan makapag-cope din sila to what is happening right now. And to make sure na yung challenges, hindi naman sila ma-overwhelm. So we're doing that as well.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Babalikan natin yung issue na yan. Yung ba mga teachers, kasama natin si Dr. Felice Yeban, siya yung nagtatag ng Teachers Summit. Ano yung feeling ng karamihan ng mga miyembro ng inyong grupo sa pagbabago, sa hamon ng COVID-19 sa basic education?
Magandang umaga muna sa ating mga kasama dito tsaka sa ating mga viewers, Melo. No? Ang mga teachers iba-iba. Yung mga nasa private school, syempre, medyo apektado sila. Pero may mga private schools naman na getting ready. Pagdating sa public schools, at kasing mga teachers ay creative. Although sa simula, merong confusion tungkol sa paggawa ng module kung sino ba ang gagawa. But definitely, kahit na sabihin merong official modules na ginagawa sa division level, yung mga teachers naman ay nagpe-prepare din. However, iba-iba din yung level ng kakayahan o preparation ng mga teachers natin sa pagtuturo sa online. Hindi, kasi ang preparation nila hindi naman online face-to-face. Although, marunong sila ng technology, pero iba ang pagtuturo, din ay online lahat. So, ang remote learning kasi, whether it is naging successful yan kapag independent ang learners. Unfortunately, ang Filipino learners ay hindi independent. So, dependent sila sa teacher nila. So, ngayon si teacher, wala doon. So, anong tanong ngayon kay teacher? Represented siya nung module. Diba?
Okay.
Pwede rin siyang represented sa TV o tsaka sa broadcast, no? Radio broadcast. Represented din siya ng different learning activities na dinedesign niya sa online. Yun ngayon tayo may problema. So, hindi pedagogy yung tawag dun eh. Utagogy ang tawag dun eh. So, hindi gaano pang na-explore yan ng ating mga kaguruan. So, kaya, dito mo isasama yung mga teacher education institutions such as Philippine Normal University. Alam mo, we have over 1,000 TEIs in the country and almost 1 million teachers. So kinakailangan ma-design natin yung system such that ma-reach natin itong mga guro dahil tip of the iceberg lang ang digital divide. Ang real problem natin, madali ang digital divide sa totoo lang. Kung may commitment ang government, pagtutulungan ng LGU, ng national government, and private sector, ma-address natin ang digital divide, political will. Pero ang main problem natin, more complicated problem, yung instructional design, yung paradigm ng education natin, yan ngayon ang matinding dapat mapag-usapan.
Kaninong responsibilidad yon, Dr. Yeban?
Ito ngayon ay responsibilidad nating lahat at iti-trigger yan sa different levels ng education. You have CHED, TESDA, kailangan din ng tulong, at ng Department of Education. Trifocalized kasi tayo kaya walang gaanong nagko-coordinate. Okay, so problema din natin sino magsusupport sa magulang. Kasi portion ng trabaho ng teacher naka-download kay parent. So, paano natin i-capacitate si parent? Ako nga, ang hula ko, tataas ang magbabantay bata Kasi walang yung discipline ba, baka paluin ng magulang ang bata pagka hindi niya natututunan. So, kailangan ihanda din ang parents. Kailangan mahaba ang pasensya. Sino ngayon yan pagtutulungan natin? TEIs, mga teachers mismo, yung mga schools, at saka mga LGUs. At syempre national government and business sector.
Okay. Mon, your reaction please. Yeah. Oops. Paki-unmute lang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes. Your reaction.
Okay. No, I'd like to thank Dr. Yeban for raising that very important point. No, it's not just these technology systems. It's actually the way we teach and the way students learn. And that's one of the fundamental reasons why we have been supporting the Dynamic Learning Program for over 10 years now. Because the DLP is a system for independent learners. Yun ho ang fundamental advantage ho ng system na ito. So the students are taught to become independent learners. The role of the teachers changes. The best way I can explain it is our teachers become like basketball coaches.
Yeah.
They don't they're not the ones playing on the court. It's the students who are playing on the court and shooting the ball. But the coach guides them, directs them, shows them the way, and reprimands them when they're going wrong, encourages them when they're doing the right things. They become coaches, and that's why we can have several different modes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Frankly, very difficult situation that we face. Okay?
Okay. Malupit yun. Okay. Katulad ng Globe, sa inyong pagsusuri, Yoli, how do you look at this? Anong pwedeng gawin?
Actually, tama yung sinabi ni Dr. Feliz Yaban, no? Kailangan talaga nating, yung blended learning kasi, Globe started with the blended learning when we did the Global Filipino Schools and the Global Filipino Teacher Training Program. So under the Global Filipino Teacher Training Program, tinitingnan natin project-based learning. So binigyan na rin sila ng courses and content, enough content, para maumpisa na yung tinatawag na blended learning na ginagawa ngayon, no? But we saw it at the time before COVID pa. We saw it already na meron pang isang issue, no? Or concern na kailangan nating ayusin. Kailangan nating i-prepare talaga ang parents also because parents are part of the learning ecosystem, no? If you're capacitizing the teachers and the students to individual learning, kailangan the home environment is also supportive of learning, no? And that will come from the parents. So may role lahat tayo. So may role kami as a private sector providing connectivity. May role ang teacher kasi nagbabago yung way and instructions and materials. May role din ang estudyante kasi hindi siya tinututukan. The students has to, learn on their own and kailangan may sarili silang sikap din, no? And may role din yung parents na nasa bahay kasi kailangan encourage ng parents yung kanilang mga anak na matuto. So all of this is one whole ecosystem that we have to take a look at. Now, ang nagiging problem, tulad ng sabi ni Dr. Yaban, I just read yesterday na magsasara na raw ang Bantay Bata 163 and Bantay Bata is one of the partners of Globe. So pati yun nauubos yung ating support ecosystem natin. Kailangan natin yun. And we need time. Kasi to be fair naman to the Department of Education, this has been imposed upon by COVID, no? Hindi naman din nila siguro nilagay sa pipeline nila o sa plano nila na by August, umpisa na tayo lahat ng distance learning. It's not that. So kailangan magkaroon tayo pa ng more pasensya. We have to understand what's going on around us a little bit more. Kailangan po talaga ng tulong kasi kasama po dito ang LGU natin. Kasi if the LGUs can help provide through their own budgets yung mga devices para sa mga public school na estudyante na hindi kayang bumili, baka pwede naman din para hindi rin sila maiwan.
Okay. I can only hope they will have the same priorities like the private sector and the educators. Because from what I heard, they're more bent on changing the constitution, which we don't need at this time. But anyway, let's not talk about it. Tucci, yung tungkol sa papel ng magulang, conscious ako rito sapagkat maraming mga magulang ang nasa abroad, either the nanay or the tatay, just to make both ends meet. How do you look at this situation? Kung dysfunctional yung pamilya, paano magtuturo ang nanay at ang tatay sa anak? Susi.
Good morning, Melo. Good morning po sa lahat. So, ang gaganda po ng mga sinabi ng panelists. And with regards to, let's say, a not ideal situation, for instance, like OFWs.
Yeah.
And then there are parents who, kasi ang dami-daming factors, to be considered here. So first and foremost, like, let me take it from what Ma'am Yolanda was saying also, that it's one complete kasi ecosystem. It's not actually fragmented, but for some reason we find ourselves in a fragmented system, but doing the best that we can in everything that we're helping out. So, like, for instance, just the past 3 weeks, there are several batches of the Department of Education that we trained for conflict management, but in the e-format. Okay, so meaning to say, how are these teachers, these principals, how will they be equipped to handle conflicts that arise not only when the parents are inside the house with their children, but also when they are abroad, which connects it very much to what you were saying. So, pati po sila, yung mga magulang na nasa abroad, kailangan po iniimbitahan. Well, meron naman invitation sa kanila, and also webinars that are free that are provided now. Yun nga lang, hindi pa lang po masyadong malawak. Meron na po, pero pati po sila inaanyayahan at saka rinirecommend na to attend this kasi it's different. Why is it completely different? Because the child adjusting to this kind of learning platform when the parents are home is already a different way of adjusting, a different way of maybe developing their own resilience na what will I do when mom and dad are always breathing down my neck.
Mhm.
And also of the absentee one. Meaning to say that there is no guidance whatsoever. That is why there are now a few, especially with when it comes to mental health professionals, helping the ones who are not here, and how they will be of support to their children who do or who are about to start blended.
Yeah. Okay, Tutsi, isang bagay din na gusto ko malaman. Umuwi yung tatay, umuwi yung nanay, nawala ng trabaho sa abroad. Ano yung impact nito? Hindi ba buringot yan? O ika nga, mainit ang ulo dahil walang livelihood. Pagkatapos magtuturo pa sa anak. Hindi kaya this will be pressure building up inside the home?
Yes, very much. Like what Dr. Yeban nga said, nakakalungkot, no? Mag-increase nga yung cases ng bantay bata, pero wala na silang actually tatawagan na bantay bata. So, I don't know who can actually, what government agency now at this time of the pandemic can actually help na meron silang tatakbuhan. Because here's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When lessening, increasing resilience and stress management and stress reduction.
Okay. All right. Medyo sensitive yun.
So, with everything that's happening, our comfort zone, our safety zone, all of us, nag-shrink po. So, kung 10 diameters po, 10 meters in diameters po dati, ngayon po, we find ourselves 1 meter na lang in our definition of what is comfortable, in our definition of what feels safe for us. So, I do not really have a specific answer in that question, but it is of concern that it's not. Dati ko pa po, since March 15, hindi na po kami tumigil po along with other mental health practitioners and mental health professionals in providing service to different groups, different departments of the government. And I hope that dadami lang as you know, as the amazing professionals have said here, that as they spread connectivity, as they do the best that they can in this learning platform, if there are those out there who can actually help support the learners, the parents, and the teachers, including also the principals and supervisors of the Department of Education. No? So, yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. Okay, attorney, from your end, anong nakikita niyong paraan para malutas yung mga problemang kinakaharap natin?
Yeah.
Yes, please. You're on. Okay.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, hello?
Yeah, oo.
Oh yeah, sorry. Medyo nawawala. Oh, I just want to share from the legal standpoint naman the role of the parents. Actually, the child rearing rights, including education, these belong to the parents. Yung mga teachers, they are merely delegated of that role when we send our kids to formal schooling. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun na wala sa atin yun. Baka ngayon maninibago lang tayo, but ever since it has been our call, child rearing rights. That's our under fundamental law, under the Constitution, and we just have to change some roles, role assigning. Kasi dati ang teachers, ang role ng teachers, primary provider siya ng information knowledge, not only facilitating the learning in class. Pero dati ang source talaga ng information yung teacher mismo, from her own studies, readings. Pero nagbabago na rin yan over the years, because of access to information through digital and online sources. So unti-unti ang role ng teachers nagiging facilitator na lang, and students can actually get information from many sources, hindi na lang sa teachers, Pero ngayon biglang naging rapid and drastic yung change. Hindi tayo prepared sa maikling panahon, but I think tama yung mga sinabi like ni Dr. Evan na talagang eventually makaka-cope din tayo diyan sa lahat, but we're just caught off guard, with a very short period of time. Dati ang problems natin is on access and on the quality of education. Kung matatandaan niyo, before the pandemic, PISA ang usapan, access before, ilan ba ang available teachers and classrooms. Then suddenly access now means online, modular, remote learning. Completely naging irrelevant yung classrooms and buildings, So we just have to use whatever resources that we have now. Kaya lang magkakaiba talaga ang policy environment. In the government, syempre ang priority diyan is on access, to accommodate more learners. Sa private sector naman, ang maganda, they have the opportunity to innovate and be more creative. Kaya lang ang disadvantage ng private sector is that we are fully tuition fund budget ngayon. Estudyante to platforms like online connectivity problems. Syempre, financially affected sila ngayon,
Okay.
Because it comes from the government appropriation, and they have to deal with sitwasyon natin.
All right. Let me ask our friend from Smart. Okay, ano yung kailangan ng mga community because you're into community partnerships, Darwin? Yes.
Hello.
So, ano kailangan ng mga community?
Well, stepping back again, nabanggit nga ni Mon at saka ni Felice na we are not a country of self-determined learning, yung tinatawag niyang theology. But the DLP specifically provides for strategy na magiging independent learners talaga ang mga bata. And we've seen that in Basilan, we've seen that in Cagayan de Oro, in ALS, where its DLP is being practiced. In Union, well, the whole division of ALS is already doing that. And sa nakita naming practice ng DLP sa iba-ibang malalayong lugar, yung mga parents are really not expected to teach. They are expected to provide the space and time because the modules are designed to be self-learning modules. In fact, wala po siyang prior lecture na hinihingi. from the teachers. Kaya ganun po yung design. Simple
Okay.
lang po.
Okay. Ang isang basic question kasi dyan, on a regular day, pag yung magulang mag-aani ng palay, hindi mo na papasok yung anak dahil makikiani. O di kaya kung magtatanim ng palay, makikipagtalok yung mga anak kasama para expanded yung manpower sa pamilya at mas malaki ang share pagdating ng anihan. That's another issue that we have to look into,
Yeah.
di ba? Darwin?
That's exactly what's
Yes.
with the alternative learning system.
So, ganun yung sistema.
In Caramoan Peninsula, where there are fishing communities, and the children go with the parents for fishing, and it works. It really works because it's very flexible.
Okay. Alright. Dr. Ojena, sa inyong pag-aaral, nakita po ba yung agwat ng mayaman sa mahirap, lalo pa kung gagamit ng makabagong teknolohiya, Dr. Ojena? Yes, ma'am? Were you able to see the difference?
Namin
Yeah. Opo.
sa pag-aaral ay talagang on studies and education, talagang merong digital divide. At yung merong sources sa internet. At ito ang malaking problema sa Pilipinas kasi base sa pag-aaral, tayo ay panglima lamang sa mga within ASEAN in terms of using internet in a lot of ways. Kaya nga, ito ay may epekto dahil ngayon sa education sector, kailangan natin ng suporta ng internet facilities in different places. Pare-pareho ang sitwasyon natin within ASEAN, lalo sa Southeast Asia, except for Singapore at saka yung mga nauna, Malaysia, kasi meron silang policy noon to wire the whole country. Kaya nga sana ang ating pamahalaan, lalo ang DICT, ay makatulong upang itong ating mga paaralan ay mabigyan at malapatan ng necessary internet facilities.
Yeah.
Lahat ng sectors ng society, ang mga guro, dapat mag-aralan nila how to use technology in the new pedagogical approaches that would be necessary for teaching and learning.
Yeah. Dr. Ojena, you're still in touch with your counterparts from other ASEAN countries. How are they coping with this reality posed by COVID-19?
Ako ay founder ng Asian Teacher Education Network. Ngayon, ang chair niya ay Singapore. At sa nakita kong diskusyon sa SIMIO, kasi ang DepEd kasama dito, nakipag-usap sa mga Ministers of Education, sila ay nasa halos pare-parehong sitwasyon. Mabuti-buti tayo compared sa ibang bansa like Myanmar and Cambodia, at tayo ay merong solusyon na sinabi mo na nga, yung DepEd approach to flexible learning. Ganon din naman ang iniisip ng ibang bansa. Kaya lang mas may advantage ang Singapore at Malaysia dahil mas nauna sila na i-wire nila ang kanilang bansa. Subalit, pagdating sa pangangailangan ng mga guro, pare-pareho tayo dito. Kaya nga yung mga international organizations like UNESCO, SIMIO, tumutulong sila upang ang kanilang kaguruan ay mabigyan ng appropriate training.
Okay.
Tuwa tayo at ito ay patuloy na ginagawa at ang kanilang mga training program ay ino-offer nila sa mga neighboring countries. Open naman ito sa lahat.
Okay. Wala tayong problema sa intellectual property, ano? Baka sabihin, kami nag-devise niyan, dapat may bayad dyan. But anyway, Mon and Yoli, I don't know who would take the question, but the question is, are you receiving the necessary assistance from government to further reach out to the areas? Because from what I know, you're having a hard time with local government units. Pagtatayo pa lang ng inyong mga istasyon, kinikikila na ng mga barangay. Ano ba yan, Mon?
Ano, Yoli, ladies first o ako?
No, no. You can take it.
Sino? Paul, ikaw na lang muna. Bira mangyari to eh.
Sige. But the reality for several years, quite a number of years already, Melo, is that it's not easy to roll out a network here in the Philippines. No, we have discussed this many times in the past. For example, it takes a minimum of 26 permits to get. You have to get 26 permits minimum for one cell site, for each cell site. And in other jurisdictions, you have to get up to 30, 35. Depende sa lugar. So that's one. It's not just the local governments. You also have to deal with national agencies. For example, if you're rolling out a fiber line, you need to get right-of-way clearance. No? And you also have to get homeowners clearance, no? And even the neighbors clearance, you also have to get that. So to roll out, to build the single cell site, pandemic be changing, hopefully, the attitudes of some regulators regarding the situation. For example, we have been approached by several provincial.
Yes.
Because now
Mon, medyo nawawala. Medyo nawawala ka. Okay. You were saying something? Parang kakaproblema.
it will help bring about a change in attitudes, because let me put it this way. If we really consider having a broadband network in the entire country very important, if we consider it a national priority, can we get joint hands, public and private sector, local government, national government, to make that happen? Kasi right now, parang hindi ganun eh. No, parang sometimes, it's like this, sometimes it's like that. But if you really want it to roll out talaga, cover as many places as the country as possible, then sana magtulong-tulong po. Kung mangyari po yun, mas marami we'll be able to do much more.
Okay. Yoli, from your end, please.
I guess what's happening right now is there's a lot of awareness when it comes to the importance of connectivity.
Yeah.
And that is what COVID brought about. So as you can see, there's a lot of acceleration and digitalization. Di ba? Nag-download na tayo ng sangkatutak na apps ngayon. And then we're talking about blended learning. Even on the national government front, di ba? So important. And sabi nga mo, if it becomes a national priority, well and good, di ba? Then we can even surpass the digital countries, di ba? But one good thing that happened.
Yes? Yoli?
Lalo ngayon. Yun ang masasabi ko. Pinakikinggan nila tayo. Dati kasi pag lumalapit kami, ayaw nila makinig. So parang, hindi, trabaho niyo yan. Ngayon hindi, pinakikinggan tayo. So I feel very positive that there's going to be a lot of cooperation. And speaking of digital divide, kasi kanina yun yung conversation. Dati kasi, tama ka, no, Melo? Sabi mo, pag mahirap, mayaman, iba ang curriculum. No? Kasi mas afford ng mga mayayaman yung ng private sector yung mga curriculum na mas magaganda. But with the digital learning, pwede na mag-isa yan. Pwede na yan mag-isa. That's one good thing that can also happen. What the private school are offering in terms of curriculum, the public school can get. Pwede yun. Diba?
Okay.
But we need karamihan ng mga batang pumapasok sa public schools are malnourished.
Oh, that's another issue.
Yes, that's another issue.
That's
Nahihirapan silang mag-isip, nahihirapan sila to be attentive inside the classroom kasi gutom ang mga bata. So that's something that we should also take a look at. Diba?
Okay. And it's ironic when you get to hear some people say in government, ang sarap ng buhay, ano? Parang kalamansi sa sugat yon. Pero we're not about to talk about social issues here. Tucci, anong impact kung ang isang bata papasok sa eskwelahan ng gutom at walang sapat na sustansya sa pangangatawan, maunawaan kaya niya ang mga itinuturo ng mga guro?
Well, simply said, not really, because there is a cognitive effect. And not only cognitively, there is also in physical, emotional, psychosocial. Why? It's like, you know, when somebody asks you, it's basically like for any adult, somebody wakes you in the middle of the night and then says, okay, answer this question now. And I want you to answer it now. So that's what it does. Okay. So imagine that they are not really in a state where they can absorb all of these learnings. And thank you, Ma'am Yoli, for actually Melo, kulang pa yung panelists na nandito. Kasi, because, yeah, we really need to address so many things. And the problem on nutrition has been an issue for so long, like far back as the 60s, I believe, when people started becoming aware of it. And we don't only see this physically with their growth, but also how about how they relate, their social interactions, their ability to be resilient. Getting too technical, if it's all the parameters of the proper growth of a human being, lahat po yun is below par. So it does affect everything in the human being. And can you imagine na sa adult nga, ano nangyayari? Pag nalipasan tayo ng gutom, sumusungit. And this happens to people who can actually afford to feed themselves or to actually provide for themselves. What if it's the kids, diba? The children kasi who are not provided anything, meaning to say, wala silang choice kundi kainin a piece of something, or maybe none at all, or sniffing a chemical just so that they will suppress an appetite, their appetites, and then go to school already with a chemical-induced mind. So, yeah.
Very challenging. All right. Dr. Yeban, you're familiar with the teachers' plight nationwide. Nanonood nga pala yung mga taga-Philippine Normal University sa Visayas at sa Mindanao at yung iyong network. Tell us, kung gutom ang mga bata, unruly sa klase, gutom din yung mestra. Hindi ba riot na ito? Saka isa pa, yung bang mga teachers, are they capable to adjust? Lahat ba sila may laptop, may iPad, may mobile phones? Anong tingin ninyo?
Well, maraming nag-iisip mag-early retirement dahil sa meron silang anxiety over dito sa pagtuturo sa online. Kaya nga, sa simula, dapat alam ng bawat school ilang bata ang pwedeng ilagay sa online, ilagay sa printed module. Iba-iba na ang section ngayon. So kung gusto mo talaga maging flexible, no child is left behind, ima-match mo ngayon yung bata at saka yung teacher. Pero ang mas gusto kong tutukan dito ay dalawa, no? Sa ngayon, dahil survival ang labanan ngayon sa private school, survival rival din ang labanan sa public school kasi yung mga teacher, kailangan open sila ng August 24. So kung hindi sila nakakapag-isip ng iba pa man, kung hindi, yun lang ma-open sa August 24. Pero ang mas malaking issue dito, hindi tao pinatay ng COVID ang ating pre-COVID education paradigm. Pinatay na, bago na. Pero marami sa atin, same pa rin, dala-dala pa din yung ganong pag-iisip sa paparating na education paradigm. Hindi na natin problema ngayon ng bagyo, hindi na natin magiging problema yung tawag dito, ang mga bata hindi papasok kasi kailangan nilang tumulong sa bukid. Kasi ang bagong edukasyon ngayon, anywhere, anytime. Anywhere, anytime. Okay? At saka, hindi na teacher lang ang pwedeng magturo. So, binukas ng technology, ide-democratize niya eventually ang education. Ang tanong lang, pinag-iisipan ba natin ito? Kasi ang pinag-iisipan lang natin ngayon, yung merong module, yung mga ganun, no? Pero dapat yung more complicated, difficult questions na ang tanungin natin. At yun sana, trabaho na yan ng ating mga education leaders eh. So, habang nagpe-prepare dito sa August 24 opening ng classes, dapat tumingin na ng mas malayo kasi what if by January hindi pa tayo ready mag face-to-face? What if after 1 year hindi pa ready mag face-to-face? Alagyan naman laging naka-printed module yung mga bata. Ang printed module, hindi niya din inihahanda sa 21st century ang ating mga estudyante.
Okay.
Because the future of education is blended. Online and face-to-face eventually combine ang mga printed modules. Kasi hindi pa ready ang ating national broadband. Paano mabibigyan ng gadget ang mga bata? Paano sila magkakaroon ng access dun sa mga lessons? Hindi lamang So, ang difficult is 5 years and next, yung ating bagong education paradigm. It's anywhere, anytime education. It's no longer based on yung curriculum na pare-pareho tayo ng inaalam. It's a kind of curriculum na kung ano ang interest na ng mga bata. Hindi yung pare-pareho, 7 o'clock, lahat sila, pare-pareho ng inaalam hanggang lulo, hindi po. Mga bata ngayon, hindi pa tinuturuan ng coding. Wala pa tayo sa level na gano'n. Hindi pa sila nagro-robotics sa level sa baba. Hindi pa sila nagpo-programming. So, hindi pa tayo pang 21st century. Ang response ng ating pamahalaan, printed module, sige, okay lang ako ngayon, for now. Pero, planuhan po natin beyond August. Kasi hindi po talaga in the long run, solusyon ang printed modules.
Okay. Dr. Ojena, let me ask you this. May kinalaman ito doon sa binanggit ni Secretary Liling Briones na hindi na muna magkakaroon ng pagsusulit sa PISA. Ano po ang inyong nakikita dahil doon sa unang report, mahina ang ating performance? Hindi kaya lalong humina sapagkat inopen natin yung sistema sa lahat na halos. Matuto ka kung gusto mo. Kung ayaw mo, bahala ka. Dr. Ojena, please. Teka, sandali po. We're trying to adjust.
Ang situation ngayon ay naiba para doon sa usual setting. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.